These are apparently things that people argue about all the time when it comes to food and food preparation.
Okay.
So how do you answer this one, you guys? Does cooking really burn off all the alcohol when you use like wine and as an ingredient? Does it really burn off all the alcohol?
Not all of it.
I was told it does
And
by
it de-
restaurants.
And it depends.
You're pretty much right, Carrie. I think it says that depends on the cooking method and the time. Cooking for an hour can reduce alcohol by around 25%. But, for instance, simmering a dish for 30 minutes can remove only about 35% of the alcohol. Longer cooking times lead to further reductions. But if you are trying to avoid alcohol, you're still going to get some,
Yeah.
no matter what.
So when the last time I was here, I told a story about ordering beer-battered ribs at the Mayan that's
Yes.
since closed. As a child, are you telling me I got
Yeah.
wasted?
Possibly.
Well, not wasted, but you had beer. How to safely enjoy leftover rice.
Okay.
If you,
We always make fried rice out of that.
a lot of people think that it's not safe to eat rice the next day. You should just throw it away.
Oh, no. You keep it.
But it is, yeah. As long as you follow proper guidelines when storing and reheating, you can then reuse it. It won't dry out. Make sure you can actually put a little water in it to try to keep it from drying out overnight.
I wet a paper towel and I put it over
There you go.
a piece of Tupperware, and then I microwave the rice again.
Is eating raw cookie dough bad for you?
No.
Yes.
I do it all the time.
Well, we're going to
Well-
fight, Kerry Jackson.
According to the Centers for Disease Control,
Well, you're not supposed to, according to them. Yeah.
eating raw cookie dough is never safe to do.
Ever.
Raw cookie dough usually contains raw flour, raw eggs, which can in turn contain germs that make people sick. To be on the safe side, you should never eat raw cookie dough, and you should follow the CDC's guidelines for baking cookies safely.
Well, obviously raw eggs are bad. What's the problem with raw flour? I've never heard that before.
It can have salmonella in it too.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I've never wanted to eat raw flour,
Have a
but
spoonful of flour.
sure. With some
now-
cottage cheese.
So this guy says his family ate raw cookie dough regularly, as Carrie had, and I did too.
Yeah.
It said if you have pasteurized eggs, then it's not as dangerous.
Oh, well, we just got them from the hens out back when I was a kid.
Oh,
Should tomatoes
So I should be dead, is what you're saying?
hold on.
yeah
Anyway,
should tomatoes be kept in the refrigerator or on the counter?
counter.
Refrigerator.
You think refrigerator, Nick?
I mean,
No.
I like them chilled at the very least.
Tomatoes stored at room temperature are the most flavorful when eaten fresh. Refrigerated tomatoes are still okay for cooking, but they get mushy and they don't taste as good. I mean, if you're just trying to put a tomato in a salad, for instance,
So that's
it's,
okay.
It's not going to taste, but it's not going to taste as good if it's
No.
been in the refrigerator.
No.
All right.
It won't hurt you, but it's just not as good. Raw chicken, do you rinse it or not rinse it?
You don't.
You do. I'm going to take the opposite
You're going to say you
position.
do.
Yeah.
Okay, why not?
People used to say, and I remember cooking like a whole chicken. They'd say rinse it off before you do anything. Well, they've now said no. Washing meat and poultry to remove dirt and slime, fat, or blood may have been appropriate decades ago, but now the modern food safety system doesn't require it. And in fact, washing raw meat and poultry can cause bacteria to spread onto other kitchen surfaces. So if there's bacteria on it and you rinse it, the splashes and all of that, it gets on other stuff. You put it in the oven to cook it, it'll kill the bacteria.
Well, I'm 0 for 3 right now.
Has your cheese got the blues? Mold? Is that a good thing or a bad thing for cheese?
I don't know why you would ask this question unless it
It's-
was somehow a good thing.
It's not a bad thing.
Well, French Roquefort, Camembert, Italian Gorgonzola, they rely on mold to help them mature. There's a lot of mold in them, but it's delicious. But not all mold is your friend. If your previously yellow cheese is sporting some new green or white developments,
That's a problem.
you should probably throw it away,
Yeah.
or at least cut the mold off. It's safe to cut the mold off as long as it doesn't have veins or anything.
You can't cut the mold off most food items, though. Why would you be able to do that with cheese?
I don't know.
It's the process of
like
how they make cheese.
I told this off air. My muffins went moldy the other day. You got to throw away the whole thing. Same with
yeah.
produce or vegetables.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, if mold was on the top part of your piece of white bread, you could
cut the mold off.
You could conceivably, cut that off and eat the rest of the bread.
I've done that.
Can you?
Did either of you have a food handler's permit at any time?
No,
No.
I did. How do I? Why do
I don't know what to tell you.
Okay.
Can you keep butter on the countertop?
Yes.
Yes.
Or do you have to keep it in the fridge?
You can keep it on the countertop.
Countertop's fine.
Yeah, somebody says butter was invented long before we had refrigerators. Don't leave safety up to debate, though. It says, make sure if you have any questions, you contact experts.
Wasn't
like
the whole
CDC.
point of this article to debate?
Well, we did.
But it's not up to debate.
Well, somebody's always wrong, and it's usually you.
You're so mean when you're drunk, Nick.
I'm going insane.
You're
this
just-
morning.
I can't be around you when you drink. We need to talk.
Is this the show?
Can we get some help for him? That was supposed to be an intervention, Nick, and it didn't work.
It didn't work out.
The classic food debate intervention tactic.
Did not work out.